Everything's up. Life is up.
Life is up.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm loving that motto. I'm going to steal that one. Life
Come on,
is up.
come on. Don't steal it. Don't steal it. Be a part of it.
There we
Be
go.
a part of it. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today on Feel Good Friday. You know, I got to say, like, I was talking to Network, and Network's like, man, you know, we got this whole brand. And I was like, what? I looked at the site. I was looking at the social media. I'm like, oh, they got some dope stuff.
Yes.
Tell us all about you and what got you into, you know, saying, I got to do business for myself. I got to build this brand. Tell us a bit about you.
Absolutely. And it's an incredible honor of being here. Y'all, what y'all do is amazing. But myself, so my name is Brandon Parker, go by BP Parker. So I'm the founder of this, but when you hear the BP brand, it represents love, grind, and growth. So anytime you see that logo, anytime you see anything, you're going to feel that energy with the real people around 100% of the time. You're going to feel that real energy, and it represents love, grind, and growth. The BP brand, it derives from my name, but you'll rarely hear my name as a part of it because it's about the company, the brand itself, and everybody's surrounded by it. That's a part of it. That's what we represent in our real lives through clothing, through everything that we do. So the way it started, I was doing a lot of motivational speaking, and it was a beautiful thing, making a big impact. And the BP brand derived actually after our brother George Floyd got murdered, and down where I seen Converge Media doing a lot down at the Chop District and whatnot. That's where I came down, and I was doing a lot of work and just uplifting the energy, but still connecting to what we need to do as a people. And doing that, so many news stations and whatnot, it was a big thing and it was a beautiful thing. But that was a sign, that was the spirits telling me, okay, you got the light for speaking, it's making a change, but it got to be more than you speaking. And from that day, from those times is where it derives in the spirits and praying and meditating, just feeling uneasy about the real why. And that why came was like, you have to represent more than yourself. And it was like the brand represents love, grind, and growth. Everything we do, everything we stand for is love. So when you see this, you'll usually see Love is Dope. So a lot of people call our company Love is Dope, which they can. It's amazing. This is the people did this. So anything you see from love, grind, and growth, from just anything with love, the people ran with this slogan. So this represents us, and this is our slogan now, and this is what it is right now. So the BP brand was derived from that, and that's all we represent is love, grind, and growth.
Well, I love this background story. I got to tell you, BP, because the truth is that, you know, we need more love in the world, period. And, you know, we talk about this. I mean, you know, this harsh news out of Buffalo, it's because we don't have enough of that, right? And I mean globally, right? Like, we understand the hate is a driving force for a lot of different things, but love can counter that, right?
Every time.
I really appreciate that message. Tell us a bit about what it means to you in terms of a business owner when it comes to fashion. You got to really be on the grind, literally, to get the right products, to figure out the right manufacturers. Tell us a bit about some of the logistics behind Love is Dope.
Right, absolutely. So, and that's what's beautiful about Nikita just left Platinum Plus. She's the queen at all of that. So she's actually a mentor to us in that state as well. So deep in the fashion lane, we haven't even took that lane to go so deep in the fashion lane. What we have our shirts, we have our hats, we have amazing quality. We focus on the quality, but honestly, we keep it real simple for what we do, because our company isn't just a clothing company. It represents this, but when we get, I do motivational speaking, I do hip hop. I'm a hip hop artist as well. And Mr. Network 206, Eric Ciroc, we do a lot of work where our mentality with our company is, how do we make a difference on everywhere we go to uplift the energy? So like yesterday, I was a keynote speaker at Edmonds College for the Men of Color department just yesterday. Beautiful event where we can go and teach these and talk to these young brothers and older brothers and old kings about just the mentality of building brick by brick, the mentality of having that attitude of love, of having that attitude of growth by all means necessary. It's no such thing as an L. That L is a lesson every single time. And that's what we pour our heart and our soul into doing. So we do a lot of events and bringing on a lot of events so we can change the energy in the rooms and the mentality to make this the new, to make this the normal, to make thinking and growing and elevation as a black man, as a man of color, the normal thing. So we're more into that and the speaking events and having this so deep in that fashion lane and keeping up with the trends, you're gonna have to go to Nikita for all that.
Yeah, no. And you know what? And it's smart. It's smart for you to be able to know, look, this is what we're going to focus on. So we get to partner with somebody who has that deep knowledge. So we don't have to dig into that, but it allows you to really be free to get those messages right. Tell us a bit about what it means to you when you're out there public speaking and doing these kinds of events, what you really want people to walk away with. Because I always find that for me, when someone asks me to come and speak somewhere, and I'll do it all the time, because I'm like, you got to connect, you got to bring the messages to the people. Otherwise, it kind of stays in this, this cycle that they can't really connect with. Right. And so I always am like, man, for me, I just want people to understand that they can make it as a creative. It's one of those things that is always kind of a follow through line for me. And I love hearing this, the love, the grind every day. So much of it is about that upliftment. When you think about young folks out there in the crowd, particularly young people, what are some of the things you really want them to walk away with?
Well, we always back it up by our mission statement, and understanding that mission statement wasn't just written to sound like words, but actually living by it and understanding that why, because that's what drives me and the spirit drives us. And our mission statement is to elevate kings and queens to be the best versions of themselves. So being the best version of yourself, you can't do that without love, period. So understanding that and knowing that mission statement in every single talk we have, every single show we do, no matter what it is, understanding the core of what we're saying is to leave for somebody to understand being the best version of themselves starts from within, and understanding how to change your perspective and understanding how to be disciplined to your discipline. Like, be disciplined to when you say it, I'm talking about building by yourself within and not looking from without. Yes. And so that's the main core of everything we do, is elevating the minds to know that being your best version of yourself starts with you. So every single time we have our sidebars, whatever we do, that's usually the topic of the conversation. I'm getting real direct and personal and intimate, asking, not telling about what we do. What we do is great. God is good, but it's more about how can either you help me or I help you, or we help each other. How can we be a light to each other's lives in a real way, not just a way for the cameras, for the show or anything like that, in a real way, real connection. And that's what our brand is about. That's what I'm about. Anybody surrounded with our brand, they'll tell you, you literally can't even be associated with the brand if you don't really live this life.
Man, come on with it, bro. Real life. You are spitting facts right here, because the truth of the matter is that it's only going to take realness to root out the fake stuff. It's so real. I love that, because you do have to live by the values. I say all the time, somebody just asked me earlier this week, when people want to connect with you and, all these people, want your time. And I just said, for me, every opportunity, if I'm just authentically myself in every space, right? I can't fake it. I'm not, I'm very transparent. So for me, it's a part of my ethos of how I live, right? So I appreciate that message 100%, man. And I'm so thankful that you're out here in community, pounding this pavement, bro, and getting this message out there to the community, because it's important. Yes. It's important. Before I let you go, lastly, how do you find the ways to connect? Because I think there may be somebody out there that's like, man, I want to do what he's doing. I got a message. I want to get out there. How do you find these opportunities for you to go and do these amazing speaking engagements?
Well, that's amazing. So I was a keynote speaker at the Great Wolf Lodge for high school. There was an entrepreneurial class in the high school, and the topic was about opportunities. But the spin was how I speak is creating those opportunities, not waiting for those opportunities. So sometimes you say, oh, I want to do what he does. I want to do what she does. Okay, you create those opportunities by core roots, being the best version of yourself. So if you want to do that, if you're not actually spending your dedicated time studying, I'm talking about right on YouTube, right on doing everything within your control to spend your time and energy dedicating to what you say you're going to do, then you don't really want to do this anyway. If you're not giving your energy, if you're just waiting for the opportunity, no, create those opportunities by being your true self, not waiting for no degree, a piece of paper, or for permission to do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. If you want to be a speaker, turn your YouTube live on right now, go on your camera and start speaking. That's how you create those opportunities, because if I see you, if you see that person, you might want to follow that person. That person might have an opportunity for that person. Create your own opportunities by doing what you say you're going to do, and then doing the research and studying, of course, studying the business of it, because that's the core, but do what you want to do. Don't wait to do it. Don't wait for permission.
Yeah. You know, right now we live in an age where we get to do just that. You are so right about it. No matter what it is, there's something special about this digitization of our world where we can do things like that.
Absolutely.
I got to tell you, you have lifted the energy even
Come
more.
on.
This is just an amazing episode. Thank you so much, BP Parker, for being in
Absolutely.
the building. If people want to
Absolutely.
connect with the brand, you can look right there. Let them know how to connect.
Absolutely. So on Instagram, it's the BP brand. It's the BP brand. So that's on Instagram. On Facebook, it's the BP brand. And then my personal page on Facebook is BP Parker. And really, that's my life is the brand. So whether you see me right here, you see me with my wife, without my wife, in town, out of town, I'm going to be the same person, giving the same energy, representing love, grind, and growth every time. And all we're doing is elevating minds, kings and queens. Love is dope all the time.
Kings and queens. He just spit a whole lyric right there.
Come on.
BP Parker, thank you so much. Now we're forever connected. I so appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's an honor.
Yes.